stop to think about something you see all the time, maybe a symbol or like a uniform, and really wondered, where did it come from? What does it actually mean? We often just accept these things, but sometimes the simplest things have the most surprising stories. Today, we're doing a deep dive into one of those. The Jiu-Jitsu belt system. It's way more than just sharing skill level. It's really a whole journey with origins you might not expect. And a core truth that's actually, pretty simple, but also quite profound.
Yeah, and for this deep dive, we're drawing from an article called, Have You Ever Wondered About the History of the Jiu-Jitsu Belt System? It's from Self-Defense Academy, COS. So our mission today is basically to trace the whole story of this system, from where it even started, how it got adapted into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and what those colors really stand for. We want to show how these belts are about more than just how good you are physically. It's deeper than that.
Okay, so let's jump right in, the very beginning. Because the origin story of martial arts belts, it's not really what people think, is it? We tend to imagine it's ancient, lost to time, but that's not quite right. So where did this idea, this whole concept of belts for rank, actually come from?
Well, it's surprisingly recent, actually. It came about in the late 19th century. And the person credited is Jigoro Kano. He's the founder of judo. Kano brought in this system, pretty revolutionary then, as a way to visually show progress, to track skill, sure, but also, and this is key, the practitioner's dedication to the art. Before Kano, there wasn't really a standard way to do that.
Dedication, that word really stands out. So right from the get-go, it wasn't just about technique. It was about the commitment, the process.
Exactly. It added this whole other layer to training, beyond just learning the moves.
Okay, so if judo is where it started, how did it then make its way into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? How did the Gracie family, who were so central to BJJ, take that original idea and, adapt it?
Right, so when the Gracies were developing BJJ, drawing heavily from judo, they saw the value in Kano's built system straight away. They adopted it, definitely. But importantly, they also adapted it. They kind of layered more meaning onto it. In BJJ, they emphasized that the belts aren't just about skill or how long you've trained. They're also meant to be like a testament to your perseverance, to your character development, and to this idea that learning and growing is a continuous journey, It never really stops.
That's where it gets really interesting, I think, that shift. It's not just, can you do this technique? It's about your character, your resilience. Can you maybe expand on that? How does the belt reflect character, not just skill?
Sure. Think about the training itself, the mat. It's tough. It tests you. You face challenges. You're uncomfortable. You fail a lot, especially early on. Your character shows in how you handle that. Do you quit? Or do you back up? Do you learn from it? Do you stay respectful even when you're exhausted or frustrated? So the belt, in a way, it starts to symbolize how you've navigated all those internal struggles and gotten stronger for it.
That makes sense. It turns the belt into like a symbol of your personal story on the mat. Okay, let's look closer at the colors then. What does each one really mean in BJJ? Because it sounds like it's more complex than just beginner, intermediate, advanced.
Oh, absolutely. Each color is like a chapter, not just in technique, but in your mindset too. So the white belt, that's where it all begins. It's the blank slate, right? Potential. But interestingly, the source calls it the hardest belt to achieve, which sounds weird, but it's not about the physical part. It's the mental hurdle. Just starting, accepting you know nothing, facing failure constantly, and just showing up again and again.
Right.
That commitment, that's the real first challenge.
Yeah, just walking through the door consistently, that takes guts.
Then you get the blue belt. That's a big milestone. It means you've got the fundamentals down. You understand the basic language of jiu-jitsu. You're starting to put things together. After that, purple belt. This shows more advanced skill, a deeper understanding. You can probably link techniques now. You grasp positional strategy better. You're becoming more fluid. Next up is brown belt. This is right before black. It signifies high proficiency, real dedication over years. You're refining everything, maybe even starting to teach or mentor lower belts. And then black belt. This symbolizes mastery of the fundamentals and techniques, and this is really important, it's not the end, not at all. As so many black belts say, that's when the real learning can begin. There are multiple degrees representing ongoing dedication and deeper expertise.
It's fascinating, isn't it, that mastery is also the start of a whole new phase. It really makes you think about how that applies elsewhere in life, too, this idea of continuous learning. What do you think that journey feels like, reaching black belt but knowing there's still so much more?
Well, if we sort of connect this to the present day, the belt system is still incredibly important in jiu-jitsu. It's not just tradition. Its modern role is huge. It really helps build a sense of community in academies and respect and a clear structure, a hierarchy.
So it's not just personal. It actually helps structure the whole social environment of the gym.
Exactly. It gives everyone a shared understanding of where people are on their path. That naturally builds respect. And it's a huge motivator, too. It gives you these visible goals. It encourages you to keep pushing, aiming for excellence, for personal growth. In a world that often wants instant results, Jiu-Jitsu celebrates the long haul.
That's a really powerful effect for, well, a piece of cloth.
Yeah.
Which brings us to the big question, maybe the ultimate question here. For someone training, or even just someone thinking about these kinds of symbols, what does it all boil down to? What's the real fundamental purpose of the belt?
Right. And this is where the source material offers this wonderfully grounding, almost funny piece of wisdom. It basically says, remember that the main purpose of the belt is to hold your kimono together.
Ha, seriously.
Yeah.
After all that deep meaning, dedication, character, it just keeps your gi closed. That's fantastic.
It is. But there's a deeper point in that simplicity. The article goes on to say, belts are definitely fun to get, but more important is your ongoing dedication to improve your skill level. Your hard work, resilience, and the never-ending path of learning is what's most important no matter what color you have wrapped around your kimono.
Yeah. Okay. That really puts it in perspective, doesn't it? The symbol, the color, it's secondary, it's nice, it marks progress. But the real value is internal. It's the effort, the learning, the person you become along the way. The belt. It's practical and maybe a reminder. So to kind of wrap this up, the Jiu-Jitsu belt system, it clearly has this rich history, lots of symbolism reflecting that journey of perseverance. But the core truth, the real value, like we've discussed, is in that relentless dedication, the continuous learning and growth. It's about striving for your own personal best, building resilience. That matters far more than the color itself.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a quote, a thought of the moment from the source by T.F. Hodge that captures this beautifully. It says, be thankful when called upon to be able to share and give to those who seek their way through the path.
It makes you think, doesn't it? What does that dedication to improve mean in your own life, whatever you're pursuing? And maybe as you learn and grow, how can you help others who are also finding their way? How can you share what you've learned?
That's a really powerful thought to end on, encouraging that sense of community and mentorship. It definitely makes you look again at the symbols and systems around us and wonder about the deeper meanings we might be missing. Keep asking questions, keep learning, and always remember, you are worth defending.